you have been deleting your human capabilities one at a time. GPS deleted navigation. Cloud storage deleted memory. You are being replaced function by function. Technology didn't upgrade us. It crippled us. While you're getting weaker, some people use the exact same tech and never collapse. They follow one rule that keeps them human. You have months before it's irreversible. Here's the test. Phone dead. Grocery store, no wallet. Everything is Apple Pay. How will you pay for groceries? Borrow a phone to call for help. What's their number? Sign into Gmail? What's your password again? Can you get in without an authenticator? Let me introduce you to someone who has infinite memory storage, 6 eyes and 8 arms. With intention alone, it can summon work while being far from its body. This person is me. This is all of us in this era of tech. In that emergency, I couldn't sign into my Gmail. Security keeping bad actors out did a very good job keeping me out. Cashless payment convenience suddenly made me broke. I couldn't convince anyone I had money. Could you? How did it come to this? The systems I depended on just vanished. Do I still remember how to be human? I lost usage of my phone for 3 hours. How is it that I couldn't survive without it? Tuesday morning, battery dead. It finally gave up. Phone died. The repair shop said 3 hours. Did you think I'd survive? 3 hours, I should have been fine. The plan was simple. Grab coffee, prepare for my afternoon meeting, maybe pop in to see a client who was within walking distance. I wasn't fine. First problem, couldn't pay for coffee. Digital wallet was on the phone, no physical cards as well. Stood at the counter like an idiot. Borrowed a stranger's phone to call. Who? I didn't know my partner's number, didn't know my office number. Couldn't remember my own email password to log into anything. Every contact, every account, every piece of information I needed was locked inside a device I didn't have. I've been trusting algorithms over my own judgment, so what happens when they disappear? The nightmare started when I tried to prepare for my meeting. For when? Exactly. My calendar was gone. Was it at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m.? Was it the downtown office or the satellite location? Someone had emailed me the details, but I couldn't check. And that client I was planning to visit, I knew they were within walking distance, but I had no address. No phone number, just a vague memory of their office being near that coffee shop. I stood on a street corner, genuinely paralyzed. Streets I'd driven dozens of times suddenly felt unfamiliar because I'd never actually paid attention. I just followed the blue line. To whom did I lose the ability to remember without digital permission? Without my phone, I couldn't work, couldn't pay, couldn't navigate, couldn't communicate, couldn't remember basic information about my own life. I have adopted each convenience without noticing the capability I was surrendering. GPS occasionally became GPS always. Writing things down became trusting my phone to remember. Keeping cash became who needs that? Most unsettling, I'd stopped trusting my own judgment entirely. I couldn't decide if I was hungry without checking my meal tracking app. I couldn't remember if I'd slept well without my sleep data. I had become a fleshy cyborg who had forgotten how to function as a human. Some people escaped the dependency trap, but I didn't. What did they know that I missed? I recall Elena. She is a carpenter of sorts, maybe a woodworker. She uses CNC machines for precision woodworking. She uses the same technology as I do, so why isn't she helpless when it fails? I remember one day, I watched her phone die mid-project. She didn't panic, just pulled out a worn leather notebook with client contacts, measurements, and appointment times written in actual ink, kept working. She has the same technology I do, smartphone, GPS, digital tools, but always as extensions of existing skills. Never replacements. Phone for business, but knows key numbers by heart. GPS for unfamiliar routes, but navigates her city by landmarks. Fitness tracker, but trusts her body more than the data.
If a tool makes you helpless when it breaks, is it really helping you? I use tools that make me more capable.
Ellen explained.
If a tool breaks and I'm helpless, that's not augmentation. That's addiction. If my phone dies, I should be inconvenienced, not paralyzed.
Annie Murphy Paul had been studying why some people thrive with technology while others become completely dependent.
There's a crucial difference between cognitive extension and cognitive replacement. Extension works like a carpenter's hammer. It amplifies striking power, but requires skill. A musician's instrument extends expression, but still requires understanding music.
What I'd been doing was parasitic cognitive replacement. My phone didn't enhance my memory, it replaced remembering entirely. GPS didn't augment navigation, it replaced spatial awareness completely. Digital wallets didn't supplement cash, they eliminated the backup. What human capability was I quietly surrendering? While collecting digital solutions, Cal Newport's research revealed most people adopt technology unconsciously. We get smartphones because everyone has them, download apps impulsively, integrate digital systems without considering the cost. How he evaluates:
does this tool offer significant value that clearly outweighs its potential harms? Most digital dependencies fail this test.
I was fighting unconscious capability surrender. I am already trapped in digital dependence, but there is still a narrow window to reclaim what I have lost. How do I become the master of my tools before they finish becoming my master? I needed to know where I stood. Was I already too far gone? Or could I still reclaim what I'd surrendered? So I did something uncomfortable. I forced myself to answer honestly. Complete dependency audit. Every app, every digital reliance got evaluated. Does this amplify my capabilities or replace them? Am I more capable when it works and helpless when it fails? Results shocked me. My camera passed. It enhances memory without replacing presence. Maps for truly unknown areas passed. But phone as only payment method failed. Phone as only contact storage failed. GPS for familiar routes failed completely. Can I still function when the system crashes? Or have I already lost that ability? I started practicing graceful degradation. Memorize several critical phone numbers. Always carry one credit card on me. Practice navigating familiar areas without GPS. Key information on physical paper. Most importantly, I learned my own passwords. Actually wrote down important account recovery info. Created analog backups for critical functions. Which of my technologies are secretly replacing me? This question forced a shift in how I viewed my devices. Which ones were actually parasites and which were partners? I now redesign tech around human capabilities rather than replacing them. Kept digital convenience but maintained analog functionality. I started viewing technology as a partner, not a parent. Instead of letting my phone make every decision, I use it for information while keeping judgment myself. The shift was immediate. Phone dies now? Inconvenient, not catastrophic. Logged out of accounts? Annoying, not paralyzing. One Saturday, I saw Elena teaching 3 teenagers traditional woodworking before letting them use modern equipment. She told them,
Technology should make you more human, not less. If you understand the underlying capability, digital tools become amplifiers. But if you skip straight to machines, you become dependent without understanding what you're doing.
Elena wasn't just teaching woodworking. She was creating the last generation who'd remember how to be human without asking their devices for permission. If this made you see something familiar in a completely new way, hit subscribe. There's a tiny bit more where this came from. Once you start seeing, you can't unsee. See you in the next video.